Board games. Board games, I might be talking about board games and Solar Storm, but I'm not gonna shout. Today I'm playing a game I don't know, but I read the rules last night so I can solo the game I got at UK Games Expo. Solar Storm, designed by Ayden Lowther, who I know. They came from Birmingham. It's the same UK Games Expo city, and we've had some interactions, Aidan and me. Board games and Solar Storm, it's what I'm talking about. I'll be soloing. Yeah, I hate the word playtesting. I mean, it's not bloomin' playtesting, it's giving it a try. It's seeing what I think, but it's not as if that data is going to be fed back into anything. So I'll be trying out Solar Storm and I'm not going to shout. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. It is 10 a.m. UK time. Time for Busy Beats and Board Game Blether. And today I am doing a solo play of Solar Storm. So what is this all about? Well, for the intro, let's continue our unboxing. So you've got these tokens, which are about diverting energy. These tokens, I can't remember what they are. These tokens are for getting extra actions, because unlike a lot of games where you get a certain number of actions per turn, you can actually bank these actions, which is kind of interesting. And this is, yeah, wow, this is just one punch board. These are really thick tokens. I mean, that is really chunky. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there you go. That is pretty gosh darn chunky. So we've also got a couple of packs of silica gel, because apparently one just isn't enough. These things are, I need to show that stuff is in disrepair or maybe in repair, like the absence is in disrepair. We've got little meeples for wandering around. We've got a whole bunch of cards and a whole bunch of other cards that I'm going to unpack. And while I do that, let's give a wee chat about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights. Recent highlights, playing games and other delights. Recent highlights. What have you been up to? What have been some of your recent highlights? Let me know. Personally, I was at a playtest yesterday. Always a good time. Started off with a couple of games of my untitled game about robots rolling dice, moving cubes that combine into robots, and then stamping on smaller robots. And the first person to make it all the way around the board wins. But you're also allowed to get rid of cubes now. And that was the big design twist. So played it once, asked people, oh, would you be willing to, would you play it again for pleasure? Would you, would you actually print it out and enjoy it and find someone to play it with? And then the ratings were like one up, couple down. And so that wasn't great, because my rating scale, I go from 2 negatives to +2. Because I encourage people to show that so-called negativity. Let's see if I can change the lights around. And then I made a twist. I said, okay, what if you're allowed to sacrifice some of your own cubes? One of the cubes to go around the board, it makes you win. Like, if you have multiple cubes stacked on top of each other, that can block the other person. So cubes are really good. But what if you can sacrifice them as fuel? Each cube you sacrifice increases the die up to a maximum of 6. And so you could roll 6/6 for like the first few turns if that's what you felt was really helpful. And so that added a lot of considerations. and it sped up the rest of end of the game, because by the end of the game it was like, okay, we are just going to use our cubes to get that double six to make it past the barriers and get to where we need to be. And yeah, I got like double thumbs up, single thumb up for like, would you actually want to get this game and play it with other people? So that was really encouraging. Also played a game by Doric, a couple of games by Ellie Dix, lovely things to play. Had a really quick go of a simpler version of a game about selecting 7 cards, speedily searching for synergies. I'm excited by how that's going. That has to be done by Tabletop Scotland. And that was the bulk of my recent highlights. Just enjoying like Friday playtests, always good times, and enjoying times with other people. What else has been going on? Let's talk about brilliant thing. What's a little thing which is brilliant? I'm going to say I like the sun, I like the warmth. I feel like it's a nice temperature now. It's kind of at the point where, you know what, I can feel like, yeah, you know what, my fleece things, I'm going to put them into a box and put them somewhere in the cupboard, like get the winter clothes away. And yeah, probably my nice red jumper, I'll put that away until it's a bit chilly, at least for a couple of months, even if it's just for a couple of months. Like, that's nice. And I'm going out not needing to wear a coat. Sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe I should have worn sunscreen. One time I even did. So that was like a minor success victory on my part. But yeah, brilliant thing. I just like the warmth. As always, feel free to comment, ask questions, thumb, like, follow. I'm going to crack on with this game. And yep, that is basically empty, except for these things. Make the camera look more like this, and pop these things like so. That feels like a good place to put that box, just so that if someone pops in, they know what's going on. Okay. So as I said, I have read the rules. I just read them this morning, but I will probably need a little bit of a reminder. So these are protection tokens. These are action tokens. Cool. There were just 2 things about the rules, just to give a quick overview, that I felt were very unclear. Firstly, in step 11, if there are no repair cubes remaining, then you may discard any one of the 3 resources shown. And I was trying to work out, okay, there's 24 of these, and there should be 3 on, maximum 3 on each of the rooms. So doesn't that mean that there should always be repair cubes remaining? And then I looked up in Board Game Geek in the rules forums, and apparently it means if there's no repair cubes remaining on the card. And on the card would have massively clarified that and made it easier, at least for me, to understand. But as it was, I just, yeah, it feels like there is no like this entire paragraph on page 11 like feels redundant, because it naturally follows from the paragraph above it. It's like I thought that I was trying to say something else. And then page 15, it says, instead of trading with other players, you may now trade with the face-up resources instead. And that felt like it should. Apparently, what it's intended to say is, instead of sharing knowledge with other players, you may now trade with the face-up resources instead, because you don't trade normally. Trading is normally like 2 actions. Trading is normally you give a card and then you take a card, and it costs 2 actions. But apparently now you can actually just swap. And that felt like it needed a little bit more clarification. And also like the expansions, like rather than starting at the bottom of the page, move it up there if you can. And I don't know, shrink that or something. So, or tighten up this spacing so that can fit, because I understand that might be slightly more than you have there. But yeah, I've not read the expansion bit because I didn't have all the expansion, but that feels like a fundamental thing, because the way I understood it was that you may take one from there, or you may give one and leave one in there, although why you'd give one, I don't know. And yeah, so I guess if I'd thought about it for a bit longer, I maybe would have worked out, okay, it's about trading. But apart from that, the rules were fairly clear, and not too difficult to read. Going to go through and learn about all this stuff again. So we've got resources. These cards are stuff that you need to do the repairs. The game is all about doing the repairs. Protection token, these should be a separate thing. Okay, so this is all the resources deck. Cool. So you've got the nanobots, you've got the data, you've got some amount of energy, some amount of metal, and some more nanobots, and some universals. So, and once this deck is finished, then you lose the game. I can see that this deck is really stacked, so obviously it needs a good pile shuffle, which I'll start off by doing. And hello Timmy, it is lovely to see you. I am playing a solo game, as you can see at the bottom. I am playing Solar Storm, this game, which, I should say my biases. My biases are I traded for this game at UK Games Expo. So even though I didn't get it for free, I did trade my own games for it. It's not like I paid cash for it. Although given that given that I was swapping print-on-demand games, I kind of was trading cash in a way, because now I'm going to have to print them out once again. If I'd been a bit smarter, maybe I should have traded the old copies of In a Bind or In a Bind Junior. But maybe at future conventions I'll ask people if they want to trade for those. But yeah, without wanting to tank the I don't want to get rid of the value of those games anyway. So firstly, this game I did what's going on up there? I do apologize. Let me get rid of that camera just for a moment and try to sort it out. Okay, I'm going to start this camera once again, and hopefully it'll work a wee bit better. I am actually going to turn the whole thing off, turn it off and start it up again. The other thing I want to say about this game is Ayden Lowther used to help me out a tiny bit. They did, for a short period of time, help me out. And then I've got this relationship with Alley Cat Games, and Dranda also has a relationship with Alley Cat Games. So I would consider us friends. At the very least, I'd consider us friendly. And I just want people to bear that in mind. I do not like dice rolling, so that is also part of my personal preferences, in case you've not watched the show. Hello, I am Bez, and I hate die rolling. But it seemed like in the solo mode, there is a way to basically always get just one card, so you don't have to worry about the dice if you don't want to, which I might be wrong, but that will be exciting. And yeah, not much else to say other than, sorry for my technical problems. And how are you? What's been going on with you? Yeah, generally, what are you up to? And let me know. Going into the street, going into the stream. I'm turning on my phone, and now it's joining me because there's like a different version of myself. Why is it? Yes, allow that. Yes, allow the camera. And hopefully it's all sorts of work. Motion sickness, motion sickness. I hope that this camera does not give you motion sickness. Okay, that feels like that is probably about as good a view as I'm going to get. So let's move that up there. Okay, and let's carry on making our way through all the things. I am drinking Wonderberry Green. Okay, so got these protection cubes. I noticed that 1, 2, 3, 4. So yep, you need to keep them on the side that says 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they are double-sided. Okay, that number seems a little faint, but I get it. These cards are to know who got which one. I like that. It's a nice system. Token with the reference card makes sense. Just wish the numbers had been in black or something. So we've got our protection cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got our reference cards. I'm going to use red and blue and black. And then yellow will remember whose turn it is. Just realized. Okay. We've got our. Okay, so this is. Okay, so this is the back of the cards, I guess. And there seems to be quite a lot of them. The bridge, engine room, repair center, no. These are the damage cards. Okay. These are the damage cards that damage 3 things. And, oh no, wait. I'm wrong. Okay, so there's the damage cards, and they're separated into ones that damage 1 thing, ones that damage 2 things, and some that damage 3 things. And yeah, that I would have expected them to be already sorted into those types, but I guess not. Also, I just noticed that there's a lot more, interestingly, of the 3s and not so many of the 2s. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. 1. Did I miss? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clearly, I'm not totally awake this morning, but hey ho. So these are going to be the bad things that happen. These will hurt us, and that is, the problem. You can't tell the difference from the back of the cards. I guess is that intentional? Because I would have expected it just to be, 2 of the little damage markers on the back. Yeah, I wonder why that choice was taken. Was it to mute that? I do apologize. I wonder why that choice was made. Was it because they didn't want us to know? But you can count the cards anyway. So but yeah, Morning, QB. It is lovely to see you. This is Matt from the Offline Gamer podcast and fellow resident of Birmingham. When I say fellow residents, I don't mean fellow to me. I mean fellow to Ayden Lowther, who designed this game. So we've got, we survived the solar storm, hull breach. Okay, that goes onto the back. Little thing, asking people to do social media. It makes sense. Send us a photo via social media. We've got the escape pod. It becomes active when 7 rooms have diverted power. I thought it was online roll the die. Offline. Okay. Maybe. So we are just shuffling these cards and putting them around, and hopefully I've got 8. Otherwise, I'll be mildly confused. Okay, so there is 1 extra, I think, just to confirm. And one and 12 placed to form if this creates the ship. Shuffle the remaining. Okay, it doesn't explicitly say that there should be 1 left over, so I'm just going to double check, but I assume there should be 1 left over. So energy core is there. 1 armory. Yeah, what's this one? Repair center. So is that right? That there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it looks like no, 8, 9. 1 to have a double of something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Is the energy core maybe not parts of it? So yeah, the crew quarters, cargo hold, mess hall, engine room, repair center, medical bay, the bridge, the armory, and then the energy core. So which one was not mentioned? So yeah, I'm slightly confused. I do apologize. Crew quarters, here, cargo hold, mess hall, engine room, so these 4 are accounted for. Repair center, this one. Medical bay, the bridge. The armory. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, there are 9 things mentioned. Okay. So I don't get access to this power. That's what's happening. Okay. Got it. And then all my free things starts off here. The escape pod is in the offline bit, presumably. And oh no, the energy core is the one in the center. Okay. Boom. And that. So the escape pod is the one that I'm a bit confused about. Escape pod, escape pod. Yes. Escape pod. I feel like, okay, this isn't mentioned in the, unless it's one of, escape pod, 3 and 4 players only. It's a mini expansion. Okay, so I've got this mini expansion in the deck, so I'm going to just chuck that out and use the basic thing. Okay, boom. That's what's going on. There was a little mini expansion already there. That really confused me. So, I am playing solo. I will try and shift all of these things a wee bit upward so that you can see. We've got that. We start off with all the rooms generally repaired, and these cubes are about health. What happens is that when a room is completely healthy, if it's up to 3, I need to use those 3 types of resources in order to take it online. If I take all 8 of the rooms online, then, and that means I get to put a token on it. Once all 8 rooms have that token on it, then I go into the center with anyone and spend 1 action and we win the game. There was also one other rule that wasn't clear, at least to me, in the instructions. Oh, do I have 1 extra cube? Excellent. It's like, hey, here's 1 extra cube, just in case you lose one. That's handy. Thank you very much. Boom. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Just making sure I don't mess up again, because, wait a minute, I've got 2 extra cubes. Amazing. Even better. These protect cards, I will put them up there, shove that out of the way, and let's see, have I done all the setup? 1, put energy core in the center, put everything else around it. 2, place repair cubes. 3, shuffle, and yeah, I'm just using all the universal cards, so this is the easiest setting. 4, deal myself some cards. And because it's solo, I just get 1 hand of cards, and it is 4 cards. Oh, I've already got the universal. That is exciting. 5, deal out the top 2 resource cards to make the resource deck. Let's shimmy this downwards a little bit, and so you've got this one and that one. Nanobots and energy. So if I need nanobots, rather than using this, I could use that. But if I need a red metal resource, then I'm probably going to use that. But I could also look, wow, I've got data, energy. So I could already go into the mess hall, or I could go into the medical bay and draw 1 of these cards and then take the medical bay online, which would be quite cool. And also, all the rooms have special abilities which you do when you go online, which I'll get into in just a moment. Feels like the medical bay is pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'll get into it right now. Medical bay, you start with 2 extra actions just for starting there. Mess hall, you can swap with people, which, yeah, how does that work with the mess hall? Yeah, it feels like the mess hall doesn't give me any actual benefits in solo. I'm slightly confused by that. But yeah, as far as I can see, the mess hall doesn't give me anything. Yeah. You made, yeah, you are. So normally it means that you don't need to be in the same room as someone, but because swapping cards isn't done in quite the same way, then, it's totally different. Oh, is my phone really struggling? I do apologize. I am going to take this down once I'm going to due to the size of this, I do so much apologize for this. I'm going to get rid of all the other things and then close all the other tabs on the phone because I've probably got way too many, and yes, some of a call to dance. Let's leave that one open. And wow, I've got so many tabs. Yep, just okay, let's see if this improves the performance, because I know that my phone has basically no space on it, so maybe that is potentially making things worse. I don't know. Oh, it wouldn't be a stream without technical issues. Guess this is the advantage also if you've got like a nicer computer, or if you have like a dedicated camera rather than just using your phone. I do apologize. Anyway, this is a game. I'm excited to play this game, and I should just be playing the game. And like, I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're like, come on, Bez, why are you not playing the game? I'm like, yeah, I want to play the game, but then, come on. Yeah, this is incredibly let's see if that kind of, I mean, it's not quite, it's got a lot of lag, but hopefully it works. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that's working now. Again, many apologies for my terrible technical stuff. So we've got these cards there, these cards there. Okay, so let's look at these actions. Mess Hall, that seems useless in solo play. Armory, place 2 protection tokens in any room. This ends at the start of your next turn. So what you're doing is, rather than essentially spending one action to repair and then maybe another action to repair the other one, if you do it preemptively, if you can predict ahead of time, then you might be spending one action to preemptively repair 2, which might be good. But when things go online, then you can spend one action to repair all 3, which seems amazing. So I really want to work on one at a time. Bridge, look at the next 3 damage cards and put them back in any order. It gives me, well, I thought it was 5. Let's check here. Bridge. Oh no, it's just the top 3. Okay. So the bridge is just take the top 3 and then put them back. And so that gives me a bit of information. Cargo hold, look at the next, oh, that's these ones. Cargo hold, look at the next 5 resource cards and put them back in any order. So we might be able to get a resource card that we really need, get it like a few turns sooner. Crew quarters, move a player's meeple to a room that has another meeple in it. Repair center, repair a damaged room by 1 space in the repair track. Discard a matching card, so you can repair stuff even if you are not quite there. And engine room, swap a card from your hand with one from the discard pile. That feels amazingly useful. I love the idea of this, especially given that I've got these universal cards. That feels massively useful. So, yeah, I think that I'm all set. And we always get 3 actions, and our actions can be move to move 1, repair a room to do that, divert room power to do the bit on the top left where you spend 3 to take it online, do that 8 times to win, scavenge, which you can roll to take a card, or you can take 2 cards potentially. I think there was something about scavenge in the solo mode. Yeah, okay. No, I thought that instead of trading with other players, you can now trade with the face-up resources instead, might mean that I could just take 1 for 1 action. So that's definitely not what it means. So I still have to roll a die, and I might take 1 or 2 or 0. Okay, and share resources means that I swap 1 from here with 1 from here, and there is a hand limit of 6 cards. And yes, it's always a hand limit of 6. Okay, so I messed up something on a Board Game Geek page. I wrote some wrong information. I will delete that comment after this game, and I do apologize if anyone reads that in the interim. I think I did miss 1 step. So dice, protection cards, colors, bottom 2 cards from the deck. These are the initial. Where do these go? Once discard these 2 cards to form a damage discard pile. Okay. So we've got engine room, armory, cargo hold, and then another cargo hold and armory, and crew quarters. Okay. That feels quite dangerous because 2 of them have been hit twice, and if they get hit twice more, then I will just automatically lose. So let's get started, I guess. Come on, can I do this? And I feel like I should be able to, but let's see. I guess I'll use 1 action to move, and then 1 action to scavenge. 5. I take 1 card. Great. And then 1 action to spend all these. So I've got a blue, a green, and that means that this room, the medical bay, is online. So boom, now I'm going to be getting extra actions. That's the end of that phase. And now phase 2, take resources, take 1 face-up card or 2 cards from the resource deck. Let's take 2 from the resource deck. Okay. Now, phase 3, damage the ship. So I flip a card, I think, and yep, we're going to damage the armory. Oh no, that's quite dangerous. That means that if the armory gets hit again, then I will lose. So I kind of feel like, although it is 8, so I didn't double check, but I'm going to just assume that it's 1 of each. which means that I've got another 7 turns before the armory can possibly be hit again, which is quite nice. So I'm actually wondering, it's Blue's turn. I'm wondering whether Blue should just go there potentially, or maybe take something else online. I mean, Repair Center is pretty good. Repair Center saves me movements. Could I go 1, repair, 3? Okay, let me go. Yeah, let's go here to stop it being hurt more. So I go 1, I'll roll a die. Oh. And I didn't get what I wanted, but maybe the next person can come here and roll the die anyway. Maybe I just take 1 extra action. And this extra action has to be on the blue person. Then we get 2 more cards, unless I want to take one of these, which I don't. Okay, cool. Got some nanobots and I'm up to my hand limit. And I just realized that it's not really visible. So let's slide these all up and and this is the tracker for whose turn it is at the bottom. Let's. Okay, yeah, you can see that now. It is the end of Blue's turn, and something gets hurt, and it's going to be the mess hall. Mess hall. Sad times. And now Black's turn. Black takes 3 actions. Blue, green, and purple. Let's go 1, 2 to discard these and take it online. And do I want to spend 1 more action? I'm not sure I do. I can't see a useful thing, and let's just bank another action token. So now I've done that. We phase 2, take resources, take a metal and another metal. Oh, that's not great. I want a good diversity. That would be far better. And it would also be good to maybe take the armory, or maybe make the bridge online if I can get the bridge online. Blue. No, I can't get the bridge online just now. There's going to be a damage of the repair center. Thank goodness I just got it online. Fantastic. And it's back to red. Red has 5 actions. Red is going to go 1, 2, could it go 1, 2, 3, and then take that online? That feels like a nice thing. And it's yeah, putting that online means that I'm going to save actions on repairing in the future. That feels really worth doing, and I don't really have to worry about these just yet. So let's say I go I could also do that. I could do blue. The engine room just seems so good, especially because I've got universal cards. But even so, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Spend a blue. No, I need to actually get something. So before I do that, I'm going to start off with scavenge. Get a card. And for my card, I am going to take a universal, even though it feels like I'm maybe saying too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 actions left. So I could go there and sort it out. Alternatively, I could go to the engine room and sort that out. And yeah, the engine room hasn't yet been hit, so that might be a priority. In which case, yeah, I should have taken the purple. Let's scavenge again. Let's go. Okay, cool. So managed to do that, scavenge. That's my second action. Third action, move. Fourth action, do spend that to get to cube there. And fifth action, damn, just one away from being able to do that. So I spend red, purple, purple to bring this room online, which is nice. And that will save me some actions in the future. And I am going to go online, take some cards. And even though I am getting more cards, this does lose me the game, but I would also lose the game this way. It feels like burning through this is fine, because ultimately I need to use these things, and this is also saving me actions. Then I hit something, and it's going to be the crew quarters. That's not brilliant. And I do need to definitely look at the armory at some point. And it is blue's turn. So armory, could I actually take it online? I've got the red, purple, blue to bring it back up to full health. I'd need one more card. I could also just heal it from where they are. I don't need to move there. I've got 1, 2, 4, 5. Yep. I'm almost tempted to keep one of the people over there because the repair center feels really good in order to just keep hitting things. Well, to keep saving things, I should say. And I am tempted to help out at the bridge while I still can. I've got the blue, I've got the red, I've got the wild, which I can use as the green. So I could go 1, 2, 3, and for a fourth action, which I can do because I saved one of these tokens. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Blue is going to go 1, 2, 3, and spend the bonus action from last time to spend the blue, red, and universal. And that brings that one online. So now, again, end of turn, take a couple of cards, and we damage something, which is now the engine room. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good position. And I am going to... So now it's Black's turn. Black has potentially 4 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one more complete round before I need to worry about things being decimated like the armory. I don't need to rush it. But at the same time, yeah, potentially spending a couple of these things might be good. Spending a metal. I could do the mess hall, which might be helpful. And we've already had, yep, the mess hall's already gone. So if I repair the mess hall now, so I'll spend a metal and a nanobots as 2 of my actions to go boom boom. And I'll take one, I'll stock up on one of my actions. And that's the turn. So now if I get one person up into the mess hall, then I can take that online. Exciting. And I will go energy, metal for the 2 things that I take, and the thing that gets hurt, sadly, is the medical bay. But don't worry, it's already online. Red's turn. 1, 2. Do I want to just go into the medical bay? I feel like maybe I do. Yeah. I feel like I want to go into the medical bay. So I'm going to go into the medical bay, save 2 actions, and stop there. That means I take 2 more cards. Because the choice is either 1 from the open ones or 2 from the top. Got 6 cards, that's okay. And now we hurt something. We hurt the bridge. Where's the bridge? Boom. Brilliant. And blue's turn. Blue can go 1, 2, and 3. With a blue... Oh no, it can't because I don't have a green. Damn. That is sad times. I need 1 more blue. I need 1 more universal. Do I scavenge? Oh, wow. I get 2 cards. Let's see what this is. Brilliant. Blue. And let's take... Yeah. I might need purple. So maybe I should take the universal. I know it feels like a waste, but I'm going to take it just now. That's only 1 action. That's 2, 3 actions. And I spend 1 resource token. Oh no, that was the resource token from black. So I can't do that. Damn. So that was 1 action. And that was a terrible choice. Because now, unless I go there 2, 3, 4, no, there's just no way to spend. I can't spend these things unless I go 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, this is terrible. How did I get myself into this situation? I was so overconfident. I was so cocky. I felt like I had it all. And now I'm going to have to throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have to throw like potentially 4 things away. That's ridiculous. Oh, I wish I could take it back, but that wouldn't be fair. then you'd all, yeah. 2 free, I could spend 1 in the cargo hold. I mean, I do need to get that online. I mean, that might be good. Oh, disappointing. That's like wasting 4 cards. I'm just going there just to be able to use one of them. Okay, I went there, and that's my 3 actions. And now, sadly, I take 2 cards. I've got to discard down to 6. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see what I need. And also black will need some stuff. Maybe black will do purple, red, red. To crew quarters. That would feel sensible. And then a green and a blue. So I need those ones. And I'll leave that one. So yeah, sad times, getting rid of 1. Oh, I just realised I should have just taken 1 from here. That would have been a much better thing to do. Made another mistake. I forgot that option. But cargo hold loses 1. Sad times, sad times. And now it's black's turn. Black is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to do that. And for the 4th action, I do have +1 token. And I do have 1 more +1 token. Is there a useful thing for me to do? I don't think so. I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to keep this action token until later. Now I really want my hand. Yeah, this hand limit of 6 is actually really nice. It's really tight. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. A good design. Yeah, hand limit of 6. And now I think bad stuff starts happening. Engine room and repair center. Repair center. And where's the engine room? Engine room and engine room is brown. Okay, so we're back to red. And nothing can be hit twice in 1 turn. So, and I start with 5 actions because I start there. So I could go into the mess hall and get it online. But I don't have... Yeah. Engine room's good because you swap from here and I can swap for universal stuff if I want. But, yeah. I could just save all my actions, but then I'm out of action tokens, so then blue doesn't get any actions, and that's a lot of actions to give just one person 7. That's kind of ridiculous. I need to spread them out a bit better. What can I do on this turn? Again, I'm looking back at the armory. Could I actually, with my 5 actions, go down, swap, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That feels like a fine thing to do. Get the mess hall online. Let's do it. So, I go down. I need a blue. So let's swap that. That's my second action. 3, 4, 5th action, green, blue, and blue to take that online. That's my 5th action. And I am definitely going to spend one of these to move down because that nets me an action. And even if I need to move back up, then that's still, yeah, zero sum. So it's all good. Okay, end of the turn. I get 2 cards and bad stuff happens. Medical bay and crew quarters. Medical bay and crew quarters. Okay. Blue character, it feels like maybe they don't do anything because, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to take free action tokens, even though I know that it's probably not the best thing, but I'll take then 2 cards and bad stuff happens. Armory and mess hall. Mess hall here. Okay, so now it's Black's turn. Black goes in here. And at the repair center, Black will be thinking, okay, I need to definitely repair that with a red and maybe a purple, maybe even a blue. I could only and maybe a red and purple or just a red, or red and purple, that would be good, I guess. I could also red, purple and a green, just if I do a green, that brings those both up. I do want to make it so that there's more chance of me being the most efficient way for me to save these is if I just spend 1 to do all 3. But spending 1 to do 2 seems still pretty good. I'm going to do red and purple. Those. And yeah, the other one can be done by someone else when they go to actually take it online, because going to take it online, you need to actually be there, whereas repairing you can always do from the repair center. So that was 1, 2, 3 actions, and now I take 2 more cards, and bad stuff happens. Crew quarters, and mess hall. Crew quarters. Here we are. And it's Red's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 more things. And if I were to actually think about the game, I would be thinking, okay, there's probably going to be 2 copies of each room mentioned in the second lot. So we'll have 2 of the mess hall. That's safe. 2 of the crew quarters. Actually, that's safe for now. The armory will probably be hit again. The engine room will be hit again. The repair center will be hit again. Cargo hold will be hit twice, potentially. And the bridge will be hit twice. Okay, so this is the one that's potentially problematic. Do I want to go up to the armory? And yeah, I would need a red. Could I go scavenging and take it online? Let's see. 1, 2, 2 for the movement. 1 for repair. 1 for taking it online. That leaves me with 1 action, which I can use to scavenge to hopefully get a card. Let's scavenge and see what I get. Let's hope that I get a red, because that's what I really, really need. 1. Sad times. I think if I scavenge again and I get red, then that's okay. But then if I don't get red, then that's the problem. And come on, give me a red. Nothing. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to take my free actions tokens, line them up for future, and finish the turn. So 2 of these, and bad stuff happens. Engine room, medical bay. Black can sort that stuff out. Okay, come on, blue. It's your turn. So it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got free extraction, so I could go up to 6. I've got 2 chances to roll. 6, yay. Do I get to red? Red, yay. And even a universal. Okay, so that means that I'm going to, that was my first action. Second, third, spend my 4th to play a blue and put that cube there. Spend my 5th to go purple, green, and red. And take that online. That was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could use 1 action if I wanted, or I could just save that for a subsequent turn. I'm going to stop there. I don't feel like the place protection tokens, unless I know exactly what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Also, it does occur to me that the protection tokens aren't actually brilliant, because if you are doing, if you're generally spending 1 resource to get 2, sometimes even spending 1 resource to get 3, then, you know, there's no advantage to doing that. So I will save that. I will take 2 cards. Boom. Universal. Lovely. And bad stuff happens. Bridge and cargo hold. Cargo hold and bridge. And now it's black's turn. Black should probably... so the cargo hold is the one thing that still needs to be taken online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the final ones, cargo hold will be hit again. Crew quarters will be not hit. Repair center, repair center. Oh, repair center will be hit again. So cargo hold, repair center, hip engine room is safe. Medical bay is safe. Mess room, mess hall is safe. Armory will be hit once, and I guess the bridge. So it's, yeah, these ones. So I do need to save the cargo hold somehow. Then I guess red can go over and take it online. So let's say I spend the blue for... Actually, I should probably... Yeah, it doesn't make any difference because I need those things. Actually, what the difference it makes is which one I spend for here, whether I spend purple, red, or blue. And so here, let's say I spend a green because that's the one that I've got the most of. So I kind of feel like greens are not so valuable for me right now. And then let's say that I use a... That was 1 action. Let's say I spend a blue to fully repair this, which is quite nice. That's 2 actions. And let's say, yeah. Do I want to just stay there and take an action marker because I feel like maybe I do? Or maybe I want to spend this as a red or a blue to try and beef up the cargo hold, because that, yeah, and the bridge and the crew quarters could actually get hit soon. Or maybe I want to spend a green to, that should be there, I think. Maybe I want to spend a green. Oh yeah, actually I just realized the advantage of the protection tokens is also that you don't spend these. But yeah, oh well. Live and learn. That's good. I mean, if I understood everything right off the bat, then that would be kind of a bad sign. Let me... Okay, so I did my 3 actions, I think. 1, 2, 3. And so that's the end. Take 2 cards, purple and green. Not great. Bad stuff happens. Bridge and armory. Bridge and armory. And now it's red's turn. And the final card is going to be, I think, bridge, cargo hold. It's going to be cargo hold and what did we say, repair center? Yep. Cargo hold, repair center. Okay, that's fine. And I could look at stuff now. So red has so many actions lined up. Red has could do 9 actions because it starts there, it gets 2 extra actions. It's going to wander over to the cargo hold and try to take it online. It needs a purple. And it then needs 2 more blues and 2 more reds, which I can help with the universal, but I could go to engine room and swap these 2 cards. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could actually take it all online and then win on blue's turn. That would actually be possible. So I might as well do that. It's a guaranteed win. It's not the most exciting thing, but yeah, go into the engine room, swap green and purple for sure blue and red. I could, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I spend 1 extra action to go there, 2 extra actions to spend the red and blue to take it up to full health, and my final action to spend purple and 2 universals to take it online. Boom. And at this point, I think I will still draw 2 cards, and bad stuff happens, which will be the cargo and repair center. Boom, 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 boom. And blue comes in for the win, moves 1, 2, and energy core. I win. Hooray! So yeah, I managed to win. How do I feel? I feel, let me change the, how do I feel? I feel generally happy. I feel like I did definitely use my understanding of games. I feel like I, managed to work things out and strategize, and it feels like some of the rooms are better than others, but that's fine because some of them are situational, and knowing what's good and what's bad is always like big parts of a game, like learning what to do. If everything was equal, then no, there wouldn't be any game there. I feel like it's I enjoyed it. I felt like, yeah, my very next card, would have been up to 3. It feels like this is probably going to be what loses you the game, because 8 cards, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So even after 8 cards, unless I'm taking a lot more things, I guess I probably would be, but then you kind of run out of them around the same time, which is actually quite good, because you want the 2 things to sometimes happen together. And if you get to the end with the hull breach, then it starts, you start losing your resources. And so, yeah, I feel like I might have made it all the way through this deck, but I might not have. Who knows? Because once you're on to 3. And yeah, I'm mildly curious now that I've seen it play out, if there's some sort of order to these things. I'm just marginally curious. Repair center, cargo hold. I mean, I guess there would always be some sorts of unless the crew quarters was then linked to the repair center. So yeah, it does go in a circle like that, which makes sense. And now I'm wondering, how does this work? So the repair center is now with medical bay and armory. And I'm assuming here each item is repeated 3 times, but the bridge is with the engine room and the crew quarters. It's also repair. Interesting. So there's pairs that stay the same. So when you've got 3, bridge and engine room, bridge and crew quarters, engine room and repair center. Interesting. And then engine room and repair center with mess hall. Repairs, cargo hold, medical. Interesting. So is that the only repeat? Like, is that the only... Wait, have I missed one of these? Oh no, it's at the bottom. Here we are. Armory and cargo hold, so that's repeated. I'm fairly sure they must... Medical bay, bridge, and mess hall. Medical bay and mess hall, okay. Repair center, armory, medical bay. Repair center, armory, medical bay. Engine room, repair center, mess hall. Engine room, repair center, and mess hall, okay. So these 2 are the only 2 that don't share things. I'm not sure I can do anything with that knowledge, but yeah, it feels it feels kind of chaotic and randomized, which is probably better, because even though I like patterns, I love patterns, I love spreading something out and be like, okay, this is how it goes in this nice, neat little circle, but that doesn't make the most exciting game. And especially you want to make it something that you can't just remember in your mind. And it does say in the thing, if you want to play with the optional rule, don't look at stuff ahead, because that kind of increases the drama, it increases the chance. And I guess the truth is, in a game like this, I kind of feel like, for me, I enjoy using that kind of skill. The amount of dice rolling, I did feel like I was probably a bit luckier than I should have been with the number of sixes that I rolled, but I was playing on the easiest mode. On the harder modes, I can see that it's about prioritizing, because also knowing what to use the universals for, and then I guess you've got to probably use the engine room a lot more on the higher difficulties, because you might have the wrong cards. That would be interesting. And also, I probably got most of the universals already. That was actually really, really lucky. I literally saw all the universal cards. So they were all near the top of the deck. So I was lucky that way. There's definitely a good amount of luck here. And luck is what stops these things from being a calculable puzzle. And I know that people who enjoy solo games, will enjoy this kind of thing. And is it something that I'm like, oh wow, I never was a massive fan of solo games before, but now I'm going to play this every night? No, of course not. But this does feel like a really nicely crafted little game. And it feels like, first thoughts, the box size is reasonably appropriate. You need 2 decks of cards. It's not a million miles away from that. And then a little bit of extra space for the tokens, so it's all good. And it's a nicely made game. I enjoyed the clear symbology, and there's even little icons to give a bit of flavor. Oh, here's a mess hall with a knife and fork. And so, I think I will probably play it, but maybe off camera. I'll play it at a higher difficulty setting and see how it gets on. Good work, Ayden, and good work, everyone involved. Who was involved? It was designer Ayden Lowther, lead developer Simon Milburn, solo mode designer Jason Broad, illustrations by Vladimir Ishelin, Elias Stern, and Zimek Dmitruk, graphic designer Sebastian Koziner and Rory Muldoon. Sebastian, someone who also works for ACG, and Rory I've had on the show, does lots of freelance. Rulebook editors David Digby, Ayden Lowther, and Simon Milburn. Senior playtesters, and then Helen, and then there's thanks to people within the family and all that stuff. And I'm not going to read out all the playtesters, but good job, peeps. And makes sense if you. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. So at this point, I am going to wrap up and start off with the question of the day. Question of the day. Here's a little question before we go on our way. So my question of the day is, would you take a one-way trip to Mars if you could have it, and you need to leave within the next year? But if you agree and then you don't go, you get killed. Or you're just forced onto the ship. So you've got 1 year to wrap up your affairs, and then would you go? The truth is, as fun as that sounds, I don't think I would. I mean, I feel like if it were a one-way trip and I'm going off to start a new civilization, parts of me would be like, that sounds brilliant. But you're always there. And then if you don't get on with the people that you're with, then, you're never going to enjoy life again. And if you want a really big crowd, then that's never going to happen. And so, I don't think I would take a one-way trip to Mars ever. Like maybe if I had like a lot fewer year less, if I'd done all the adventuring that I could on Earth, because like right now, it's like I could go off and adventure in like 10 different countries and have like 10 different experiences. Whereas in Mars, like, it feels like it's probably going to be a lot of it within the same space because it's like, okay, we're working in this one area. It's not like I can now take a trip away from it all and take a complete holiday and be somewhere completely different. Whereas here I can. And so, yeah, I just feel like for mental health, no, I don't think I would. Would you? Would you take a one-way trip? Over to you. What are you up to? You can share button if you want to. What are you up to today? Today I'm taking it easy. I might set this up and play again on one of the higher difficulty settings. Maybe I will play with, I think I would try realistic mode and see if I am able to manage to, yeah, realist. So easy is with 8 of these universal cards. The universal cards are kind of like a wild card. Medium with 6, hard with 4, veteran with 2, realist with 0. And the truth is that, like, the way that the card deck comes out is going to vary things massively. I mean, if all of one color is up on the top, and then all of the next color is just under that, then you're going to lose no matter what you do. And yeah, that is the way that the game is. And I think that the way that the cards are, for sure, could affect things. Like, some cards are probably better than others. It feels like Medical Bay is better than others, but at the same time, you do need to move into it and then move out of it to get the 5 extra action, to get the 2 extra actions. So it's not. Is it really saving you actions? Only if you're kind of moving past it. And that's the only situation where it's actually saving your actions. Because if you have to go elsewhere and then you move even 1 back to the medical bay, and then you move 1 out again, like those 2 movement actions, there's no advantage. So it could be deceiving. But if the other good things are really close by, then, it could work. And it's, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, like, like the engine room, it definitely feels like something that you might need absolutely to mitigate the luck. The repair center feels like definitely the most useful. The crew quarters, move a meatpole to a room that has another meeple in it. I don't know about that. That feels a bit more situational. Checking the resource cards or checking the damage cards and planning ahead feels fine. It feels useful. It feels like not something that I need. The protection tokens. Okay, so I didn't realize that it not only saves you the action, but it also saves you the cards. So actually, yeah, also you can put it on things that you don't have that particular color of, which is interesting. The mess hall, unless I'm mistaking something in solo, it seems like it does absolutely nothing, which is really sad. And so it's like, yeah, what's the point of that? But yeah, I will give it another go. I'll try it on the hardest difficulty setting, and then I'll be like, hey, I beat it. Congratulations to me. And yeah, see how I get on. Other than that, making sure that I get out and enjoy a bit of the outdoors. Hello, Molman. I hope that you're generally well. Thank you for following. I hope that you have a good day. I'm just wrapping up. Are you aware of this game? Are you actually one of the designers? Because I do not recognize your username. For all I know, maybe you are Ayden Lowther. But I have enjoyed it. And yeah, if you are a big fan of solo games like there's definitely a lot worse. I can see. What did it win? UK Games Expo Awards, General Cards Game. So it won the award for General Cards Game, both from the judges and both from the people. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of strategy, a bit to think about, and by the end of the first game, I realized things that I didn't realize by the start of the first game, which I would absolutely hope for. Like, if that wasn't the case, then the game would be seriously limited. Um, will I learn things by the end of the second game that I'm not aware of right now? We will see. Um, and I'll let you know how I get on tomorrow. But yeah, have a good day. And whatever you're up to, enjoy it. To recap and wrap up before I finish up, I played a game, I won, it was the easiest setting, and I did win just as it was about to start ramping up in difficulty, as it was about to get to the level 3 things. So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, going on to like a much easier, much harder difficulty level, that is going to be a real challenge. And I'm expecting it to take a couple of times until I win. But for now, thank you very much. If you want to check me out, follow me on Stuff by Bez, and check out my streams, share, spread the word. Thank you very much, everyone. And the only thing left to say is, of course, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Do, 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 bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Do, 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 bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye.